everyone, it's Lisa and today is Tuesday, and today I did this makeup look for you, which I think is just a soft, easy, and the main thing I wanted to show you is how easy it is to use this little bit of blue eyeshadow. And you don't have to use blue, you can substitute this with any of the colors, and this is the Stila that I showed you, and I have the green, the blue, the brown, and the pink. I actually just gave the pink to my mom to try. And they have purple and all kinds of pretty colors. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to use it. So if you're interested in this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I've fallen back in love with my Giorgio Armani Master Corrector. And I've got that darkness where my eyes are kind of deep set. I'm actually gonna just use my finger and instead of the beauty blender, because I want this to just stay right here. And you can see how much this covers. And I was getting my stuff out to, bring out here. And, you're gonna notice that I use a lot of powders. And that is because, let me go ahead and be doing my thing. I'm gonna use the All Hours Foundation in BD50. And that is because I don't use as much, I don't depend on my foundation to do all of my covering because I like to layer. So I'm gonna just take this, and I have noticed too, a little tip when you're using your beauty blender, a lot of times I would just take my beauty blender and dot it in there and then do like that. It doesn't spread around as evenly. So go ahead and take it and put it on your face first. And I'm just going to start off with one pump. I'm going to use all of one pump. And we'll see what coverage I get. And I'm going to go right over my eyes and right over that Armani. Right over the veins and everything else. And this does have, it has good coverage, especially to be as thin as it is. If you like Estee Lauder Double Wear, you would love the All Hours. It's a very similar product to me. Okay, so you can see just with one pump, I got a decent amount of coverage. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is go in with my NARS Creme Brulee concealer, and you can see how much I like this. I'm going to use this one for my Louise Young Favorites kit, and I'm just going to dot. You can see how I do. I just dot in there, and I just lightly kind of go in and buff out that darkness. I got too much on the end. Okay, and then I'm going to use what's left. And I usually just do a little bit down here. And then a little bit around my nose. Like that, just a little bit. Not really like a big, V down underneath my eyes or anything, just to get that darkness. I have been loving this powder, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Genius Powder, number 2, and you have to kind of get it out of there. And I'm going to use my other Louise Young big brush, and I'm going to work some in there, and this is just going to make it where I can put my other powders on without them sticking. And this just leaves a really pretty glow. I mean, I hesitated to get this because I liked the pressed one so much, but it's different. So there we go. See how it took like that tackiness away, but not in a bad powdery way. I'm gonna go in with the Trish McEvoy Mineral Powder this is in the color Honey, I believe. Yes, Honey. And I'm just going to take that same brush and dot it in there, and then like work it in the brush and kind of warm up my skin a little bit. I have noticed it's not breaking up as much now that I've gotten past that top layer, but I'm gonna just try to give a little bit more dimension. I'm gonna work up underneath here. This has really good coverage too. So I kind of use this, instead of bringing my makeup down my neck, I use this powder to go down my neck. See how it's making my neck match and just making it look prettier? Like that. So all of this is adding more coverage too, and dimension. Then I'm going to take this, the NYX 3 Steps little sculpt palette, and just any of your little brushes. I'll tell you, my favorite one is this little Wayne Goss brush. I can't remember, it's a 02. And I'm going to take that dark color and just put that shadow right there, and maybe a little bit work on my, if your forehead's not as big as mine, don't worry about this on your forehead. And then I'm gonna clean up my jawline with this dark color. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that off, and then I'm gonna go in with this light color and kind of do right there on the jawline. That kind of gives it just like a little accent. Now I feel like is when the magic happens. I take this Laura Geller Golden Medium, and actually I've been loving this little brush right, where is it? Here. This is one of the best duo fiber brushes I have tried in a long time, and it is the Laura Mercier. And so I just take it all around in that, and I just use this all over everything I've done. And I feel like it just brings it all together, and just even over, you know, the inside of my face and everything. Like that. So pretty. And I know this is like a lot of layers, but I feel like that's what makes it look seamless and, you know, not look patchy. Okay, then if you have not gotten this, I don't know why, it is the best. And it's the powder that Vanessa told us about, and it is just, it's more than a highlight powder. It is just something you can use almost, I can use it all over because I don't mind glowing that much. But let me show you the same Louise Young brush. I'm gonna go in both sides, and I'm gonna hit the tops of my cheeks, and then I'm gonna kind of just use the rest of it all over. See how it gives you that just luminosity, that luminous glow. I love this. This is a must-have, a must-have. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with my blush, and I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk because it's gorgeous. And I'm gonna use this Sephora brush. You can use any of these long brushes. I think I showed you a flower brush that's like that. There's a Smashbox brush that's long like that. Any of these. Yeah, this is the, oh gosh, this is the e.l.f. Was it the e.l.f. I was thinking about? I'm not sure. Okay, this is the e.l.f. brush, or was it the flower? Anyway, this is the e.l.f. brush that's like this. So I'm gonna just do it in all the colors. Like this. And I'm gonna go a little bit on the edges to get more color. And you just place your blush where you think it's best for your face. If your bone structure is not as angled as mine and it's more straight, well, of course you would, I just like to go on my cheekbones. And then the last thing that I do, and this is optional, I only do this, oh goodness, my FedEx man's here, hold on. Now I've got my face done. Okay, I was gonna tell you, this is just optional. Sometimes I like to have a little bit more bronzy or just a little bit more warmth. Here's this brush that I love. It's the Sedona Lace Angle Brush. You guys know I have used this for years. I would be devastated without this brush. Okay, this is the Fenty Beauty Private Island. I'm gonna take just a little bit and put it back there like that, just to give me just a little bit more bronziness. And then I'll take what's left and just use it everywhere else. like that. So that is the skin, and it's up to you whether you want to spray or not. I do think that when you're using powders like this, let me get my little fan out here, make sure it's working. I haven't used this in a while because a lot of times in tutorials, yeah, it is. Oh goodness. A lot of times in tutorials, I don't want to be but so glowy because I'm you know, in front of the window. But I have enjoyed this. It's the Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. Brooke had me get this because it has really good ingredients, and I do know that when you're using powders like this, especially the mineral powders, it is good to spray and then combine everything and, you know, kind of set it. But this has a good spray, and it smells good. It smells nice and fresh. And I'm gonna spray it. My favorite way is with the hair dryer. I just think the heat and the spray does something. So you can see how pretty it is, and we did end up getting full coverage even though we just used one pump of that foundation. I'm just gonna clean out my brows, and I have had my brows microbladed, so I don't put any brow gel, any color or anything on them. I'm just getting powder and foundation out of them. And then I take my favorite brow brush, which is on my counter. This one, it's a Smith brow brush. I just like to brush them out. Like that. Okay, now here is, I think, the trick. The trick to being able to wear any color, you know, including the gray, the blue. I would think any color you could do this, is creating a nice frame for that blue eyeshadow. You need some warmth around it, but I'm just not a big fan of bronzer in my crease. I think it's because I would rather have more of a taupey, fleshy color. So what I've been doing is taking this powder, and this is the Illuminating Foundation Baked Balance and Glow Golden Medium. Now there's several different types of her mineral powder, so this is the one. It's the Illuminating Foundation, and I've been just taking I think I've been using which brush was it? I think I was using the Tom Ford brush, and I've been kind of going in maybe the more tan, darker tones, and just, you know, I wanted to say carving out, but I'm just kind of going right up in here and over here, all the way out, just kind of making a crease color and like a frame for what I'm going to put on my lid. And where all of our lid shapes are different, so just do this however it, you know, looks best for you. Now I have kind of big lid space, but I don't want blue all the way up into my crease. So I'm just gonna put blue right there on my immediate moving lid, like right above the lashes, right where it shows. And so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna kind of work it, you know, all down in that crease and right here and over, so that the blue is just a bonus. I don't need it, you know, for my crease color or anything, or for definition, like that. Okay, then I'm going to take this blue, which is the Stila something blue, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful blue color. And just don't put too much. Just do like this. Do like a swipe on each eye, and then just take like your ring finger and just kind of start patting it and blending it right there. Okay, I'm gonna take a different finger this time because I don't want to use the blue that was already on the other eye. And don't worry about getting it in any like pattern or anything. Just kind of, you know, soften it and blend it in. And because we've already got that, oh, I hope I didn't go too high. Because we've already got that other powder in our crease, we don't really, you know, it blends right into that. And so you can just see it over your lash line. Okay, and I can see right now that I am like shining like crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Pressed Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. And I'm gonna use this Louise Young brush. I think this is in my kit too. And I'm gonna just dab in this powder. I'm gonna go right here, and right here, and right up under my eyes, like that. And then maybe a little bit right in here. Okay, I don't want to take all my glow away. I'll just do like that. Okay, great. Now that is it. That is it for your shadow. But I think you need to do a liner with this. And when I was putting this on the other day, I thought, do I want to use brown? Do I want to use, I was thinking about all the different liners, and I decided just to use this Bobbi Brown. This is just a little one. It's the black ink gel liner. And I used it with my Louise Young liner brush. And you can see this sucker is thin, thin, thin. And it just so happens I ordered some of these for my website, and the FedEx man just brought her order into me. So I'm going to have my sets available and this. And I just love this brush. It is so thin, but see how it's still got good body, like it's still stiff enough to work, and it cleans off well. So I usually just, you can see how I've been digging in there. I usually just get it all on my brush. And this gel liner is kind of dry. It's not as, it is definitely not like the Inglot. That one is almost too, and the Wet n Wild and the Maybelline. They're all, I kind of like with the black it not being so, you know, wet. So I'm going to use my little mirror here, and I'm just going to do right along my lash line, right down by the lashes. Okay, and then I'm going to do a very, very, very simple wing. I'm going to just take it to where my crease comes down right there and over. Just to kind of thicken up that outer edge like that. And I'm just making sure that both sides are even. Okay, now you can do like a bigger line or more, or no liner. I think just a little bit just helps with the lash line, and it looks pretty with that little bit of blue just peeking out of that, you know, that liner. Yep, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to use my mascara, and then today we're going to use a different lash. I don't know if I've tried these before, but I thought they would look good with this because I don't think you'd want anything too heavy. So we're going to use these Kiss Lashes Poise. They're supposed to be natural looking. They kind of remind me a little bit of the Red Cherries. I went and got this mascara. This is really good. It's the By Terry, and it's the Lash Expert Twist Brush. And I'm going to put this on. And I don't curl my lashes, but my lashes are pretty curled up anyway. I don't have real straight lashes. But you can see, I hope you can see how much that lash stuff has helped. And then I usually do a coat on each side and then come back. Okay, now I'm going to measure these lashes and see how much I need to cut off. So I'm gonna start them about right there. And so I know I need to cut off, usually it's like two little clumps. And today I'm gonna use this dark star glue that you can get from Amazon. And I like to take the glue on a Q-tip and then apply it. I don't go straight from the, you know, tube to the lash, because sometimes it'll get all over them and ruin them, and too much glue will get in your eyelashes, and then you're gonna risk, you know, pulling them out when you take your lashes off. Okay, and then while that dries, let's do a lip. And I brought out here, let's see, Spice, the Double Wear Stay in Place Lip Pencil in Spice. This is a good one. Let me do my... Okay, and then just do your lips naturally, you know, on your actual lip line on the outer edge. And because I know I'm just going to use gloss today, this is a good one because it's going to blend a little bit, but it will stay better than like MAC Spice. This one stays a little bit longer, but I want to fill in just a little bit, like out here. And out here to give me just a little bit more color. Then I'm going to use this gloss I've been telling you about. This gloss looks good with every liner. And there's just something about this color and the texture and the shimmer that just gives so much body to your lips. I don't know what it is, and it blends with everything. And when you first put it on, if it looks like it's not going to go, like your lip liner still looks too linery, don't worry. After you wear it just like 15 minutes, it will start blending and it'll make any lip liner just like the prettiest glossy lip. Just tilt them back like that, and then get them right close to the lash line. And then I kind of just clamp them in like that. Yeah, these lashes are really pretty. And they were really curved. Make sure this is sticking like that. I'm gonna do this one over because I will say this Kiss, or yeah, is it Kiss glue? No, Star glue. This does dry faster, and I think I missed my window of stickiness when I was doing my lips on this side. So there we go. That is with the lashes, and see how you can just see that blue sticking out. Now if you wanted to carry that blue up a little bit higher, you could. I wonder if I should do it just to show you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take another I know I got another Q-tip. I'm going to take a little bit more on here, and we're just going to put it and just blend it out. A little bit more. There you go, like that. See how it's gone just up a little bit further? Okay, now I think this is the finished look. I know that I still look shiny in the camera, but in real life it's just a luminous finish. And so you can do this same look with the gray, the green, the brown. The brown, you could even carry it up higher, any color that you wanted to. I think it's a purple. And so I hope you guys liked this. Let me do a quick outfit of the day and I'll let you go. I'll be right back. Okay, this dress you guys have seen before. It's one that I ordered from Amazon a few months ago, and I bought the medium. And the medium was, I felt like it was a little bit tight. So I bought the large. And it's according to what you'd like. The only thing about the large is I feel like it has a little bit too much fabric left here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not, I might be a little bit smaller than I was back then too. But I was thinking what I would do is just wash it and dry it, and it'll probably shrink up perfectly. But I love these little dresses like this that are inexpensive, go down to the knees, you know, just a good little dress, and the ruching just helps a lot. And then these are some little cheap, I say cheap, but they weren't that cheap, but you know, cheapy shoes that I bought from Macy's when I ordered the highlight duo from Laura Geller, and I love them. They're higher than the Havaianas, and they're just a little bit more of a sandal than a flip-flop, and I thought you guys might like these. Okay, I'll show them to you up close. They're from Style & Company. I think it's just like one of Macy's brands, but I saw them and I just thought they were cute, just for scooting around, you know, to the grocery store or whatever. It's the Havaianas, so they're higher than the Havaianas, like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you saw how easy it was to use this little bit of blue eyeshadow, and I hope you learned some things with the powder, that you don't have to put on so much foundation and concealer. The powders, I think, make it even better, especially after you use the setting spray. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and ring the bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.